We're here at Crowder's Mountain State Park. This is the visitor center. Ahead is the trailhead. The parking lot. There in the distance is the Pinnacle. It's 2 miles from the visitor center to the Pinnacle. We'll get going here shortly. The first part of the trail, relatively easy. There's from the visitor center. And we're heading up towards the first intersection. This is the first major intersection. It's about a couple of 100 yards from the visitor center, and we want to go left. We want to head up that way to the Pinnacle. It's one of the many maps located throughout the park, and we're heading left. Now there are some markers along the trail indicating the half-mile point. This one is the first half-mile, and gives GPS coordinates as well. So just be on the lookout for those every half-mile along the trail. After the first half-mile, you approach an intersection, and to the right is a primitive camping area, but you want to keep going straight ahead to the Pinnacle. The first half-mile of the trail is relatively easy. The second half-mile, you encounter some rocks that you have to be careful just walking around, walking over, and just take your time. There's no need to get in any rush with them. Here we have mile marker 1 mile completed so far. The trail continues on. What we've come past, again, it's the rocks that you have to be careful scrambling over them. It's not a race, just take your time and enjoy. Here we're approaching a major intersection. We're going to keep going straight. This is the trail that comes up from what's called the Turnback Trail. And this is the Pinnacle Trail that we just kept on coming on for about the last little over a mile. It's marked by those orange circles. You can also access this point by the Turnback Trail, where the two trails come together. You want to keep on going straight. There's also a little bench here where you can stop and rest before beginning the last mile if you need to do so. As I mentioned earlier, the trail is divided up into 4 half-mile sections to cover the 2 miles. The first half-mile section is relatively easy. The second half-mile section is a little bit rocky. The third half-mile section, which I'm currently on, gets a little bit steeper, and the fourth and last half-mile section is close to the top and it's pretty steep. This is the 1.5 mile marker. From here on up it gets progressively steeper. This is the trail that we've progressed up to this point. It's Crowder's Mountain in the distance. That's where the towers are. That's the Linwood access. Currently where we're headed for is King's Pinnacle, otherwise referred to as simply the Pinnacle. We're approaching the last and final part of the trail. The left side takes you on the Ridgeline Trail to Kings Mountain State Park, Kings Mountain Battleground Park, but the trail that goes off to the right is the one that takes us up to the Pinnacle. This is the last section, the steepest section, so just hang in there with it. Almost there. Now the sign is misleading. It says trail ends here. In actuality, you can still climb up to the top. If you're coming up with dogs, you have an easier ride over to the left. You can go over there and go around up to the top. But this way is the way up to the top. So ignore the sign. There's still a little bit more to go with here. Now this is a view from up on top. Say Mount Mitchell is somewhere straight ahead. This is due north. Charlotte's behind us. This road we go. Now the rock that I'm standing on marks the top of the King's Pinnacle. You get an excellent view from up here. It's the Firestone plant off 85. That road on the other side of those white buildings is I-85. This post in the ground apparently is from when airplanes used to use land beacons. This was erected here so that airline pilots could find the way with markers on the ground. That's the remnant of it.